Hello everyone and welcome back to the WCA Open European Qualifier. This is the grand final. We've made it all this way. It started on Friday, the first few rounds, and then it continued yesterday. And today is the final day, and this is the final map, and this is the grand final. My name is Remo. This is yours, another very good human player. And right now we're going to be having the grand final of Sonik versus HawK, Night Elf versus human. And I'm going to ask you right now who's going to win.
Pretty tough call to make here, actually, but I think I would stick with the human player anyhow, because I think HawK is just a great player in general, even though he's not that talk active and I don't know all too much about his personality. I still think he's one of the great guys and one of the great players that we have, and for that I think HawK will definitely win that.
2-0? 2-1?
Probably 2-0.
Probably 2-0.
Yeah, probably 2-0, because I've seen him not dropping a map yet, and he played so good against Nicker, and I think he can do the same stuff against Sonik.
Alright. I'm gonna say 2-1 Sonik, just to keep things interesting. Sonik told me Santa Sonik was gonna be #1. He almost got there. He needs to prove it right now, though, in this best of 3. And we're gonna be providing you with a few more stats. You may have heard them already. HawK, it is not his best matchup, at least as far as stats go, versus Night Elf. But of course, one of the things you have to keep in consideration here is there's so many good Night Elves in Europe, so that might be skewed a little bit. But as you said, the last game against Nicker, he was so strong, man.
Yeah.
It seemed like he was doing everything perfectly, like everything. It was. If I am Sonik and I watch that game, I'm scared now.
Yeah, but Sonic's playstyle is a whole lot different, because he's not playing the Dark Ranger, he's not playing the greedy Demon Hunter early on. Sometimes he uses like immolation and stuff, and this is pretty like Sonik typical kind of things, like immolation on the workers, then on the footman. Then also we saw a lot of merc abuse, and Sonik is one of the guys who likes the mercs, of course, but he's not just grabbing them, he's just creeping the whole thing. Then he's going to level 3, and with the demon at level 3 he can do so much damage. But let's talk about the maps real quick that we will see in this best of 3 series that we are about to witness in a few seconds. The first map will be Last Refuge, and just like I told you a few minutes ago, it's his hometown. It's truly HawK's hometown. He likes this map, especially against Night Elf. We will point it out later, and then we will follow it up with Ancient Isles as the second map. This was the map choice from Sonik, and if it comes to a third map, we will see Turtle Rock once again, and yeah, let's get hyped for it.
Why do you think Sonik vetoed Echo Isles? Twisted Meadows, HawK's veto, pretty obvious. He hates that map, apparently. But why did Sonik veto Echo Isles?
Most of the time it comes down to preferences. There are certain maps where certain races are better than the others, or have some kind of advantage over the other race in certain matchups. And for Sonik, I think he's one of the guys who just... he is not really caring about the advantages in certain matchups, but there are certain maps that you may not like. And if Echo Isles is the map that you don't like, and if you have like the feeling that, okay, you know what, I don't want to play that map today, then you just get rid of that. And for HawK, we have the basic TM veto finally. Once again, he hates that map. He knows about the item drops, he knows about the random factors that we have on there, and for that, he always gets rid of that map.
Okay, so we have spawning in the top right of this grand final. HawK in the red trunks, and the bottom left we see Sonik in the yellow trunks. Ilya Malish is the Ukrainian's name, and HawK, I'm gonna try not to butcher it too much. Sergei Sherbakov. I don't know if that was too good or not, but yeah, you said it. HawK loves this map. He thinks it's the best map against Night Elf, and I think the chances of him taking this are not that bad at all.
No, absolutely not. And going into that best of 3 series with the first map as your hometown, the map that you like, the map that you experience so much joy on, because he just won several cups on that. He was competing against Foggy, Warchief Ridge, Sonik, and all the other Night Elf players that we have in Europe and that usually sign up for these cups. And whenever he hits that map, it's like from my point of view and from my feeling, it's like 80% win for him.
Yeah, definitely. When I think back, it seems like this map was just made for him, or he was made for this map, however you want to see it. Getting a very, very quick Ancient of Wonders, and this is not just to kill the farm. That wouldn't be worth it. This is already Weird though, right?
No, this is completely normal, because you want to get rid of that farm as soon as you can. This farm gives you so much information. It lets you see how many movements are you getting. It lets you see if he attacks or not. It lets, most of the time, lets you see about the Hunter's Hall timing. And all this information can be denied by killing that farm, and you really have to kill that. Other than that, everything that you would have want to hide or build should have been proxy. And proxy sometimes can get like in the way of things, or the footman can scout it also if he wanders around the map looking for a counter expansion. So just killing that farm is a safe call, and by producing that Ancient of Wonders, you're not investing like a ton of things.
Yeah, it's very cheap, but you also lose that wisp, so that gives away from your lumber harvesting. So it does slow him down a bit, but of course you're right. Denying that information is a big deal. First wisp not being detonated, the little first small mistake we see from Sonik.
Yeah, and another mistake, he killed one of the creeps with the
He
Ancient
killed
of War.
both.
Or both, actually. Both of the trappers
Oh
died to
my
the Ancient of War.
God.
And you can compare it. They crept the same camp. Okay, he killed one of the wisps, but the Archmage, look at the experience bar and compare it to the Demon Hunter. What is this kind of, or what kind of start is this like mentally for you for this game?
This is really, this is so horrible. Denying both, not just one, but both of the trappers. That's not supposed to happen. First big slip up of Sonik. He needs to get a hold of himself. This cannot be continuing on like this. But yeah, we see the militia train running over for the expansion. And there's no way Sonik is going to be finding an early level 2 here, thanks to those denies. And is this going to be immolation? I can actually take a look at the hero tab.
Yeah, I don't
No,
really
it's
see
mana
immolation
burn.
here, no. It's of course the mana burn here. If he gets the super fast level 2 by stealing one of the creeps, usually if you don't lose these experience points from the trappers. Wow, he steals. No, he's not stealing one of them. It all goes to HawK. It's all in HawK's account so far. Archmage getting some serious amounts of experience. Is he able to steal the Augur Magi maybe with the burn here? Not yet. There it is. And he finally gets the experience point from his opponent. The surround is being missed. We all know where this is coming from. And the Archmage is chasing the archer away.
So at least he got that Magi. That was... He really needed that. That was kind of a redeeming thing right here. Otherwise, he would have been so incredibly far away from level 2. And this Expo is coming up right now. How much does Sonik need to pressure this?
Yeah, he has to do as much damage as he possibly can, but by getting a lot of damage on the archer, as well as not having the evasion or the immolation skill, you just lose a lot of damage output on the one side, if you had that immolation, or if you would go for that.
Oh,
And
nice
on the other
block.
side, sustainability, because you don't have evasion. All the hits go through, hit you, get rid of your HPs, and then you basically like are a lot weaker.
By the way, the plague that has been haunting Night Elves is once again the case. There's no Hunter's Hall. Is this intentional though? How many
Yeah.
archers does he have?
There are quite some archers, 4 archers, and we can see, okay, as I speak of it, he's throwing down the Hunter's Hall. The Hunter's Hall is kind of delayed, because usually it should line up with the tech, and if you want to do that, the tech has to be at 50%, and then you throw down the Hunter's Hall, and it perfectly lines up for you.
Exactly. But with many archers, there's also the possibility of a Naga push, but with the Hunter's Hall coming, really doesn't look that way. So if he doesn't decide to archer push, most of the time Night Elves decide to counter expand, but it can't be too late. But sometimes also Night Elves go to tier 3 with a panda, find some levels, and sit in between the 2 human bases. Like, where would you say the better strategy is, and what are you afraid of playing against? What does HawK need to be afraid right now?
Yeah, what HawK has to do is to gather all the information that he possibly can. We can see a panda here for Sonik, and we can see the archers are moving in the direction of the expansion. The Demon Hunter's in the middle of things already, but he gets surrounded there most likely. Yeah, the footman moves above the gold mine. This was perfect from HawK, blocking the way, and now the Demon Hunter is in all sorts of trouble. Most likely will use a Town Ball. There it is, getting rid of the first hero here, and I think the archers with the panda will stay there, but by the Arcane Tower just finished in time to prevent any kind of damage here. And he's killing the pig with the Arcane Tower.
Interesting choice to use the TP there on a level 1 Demon Hunter, which had lost all of his hit points. But I guess he really wants to have that hero up and not dead for 30 seconds to be able to creep his natural. But this is not a Tree of Life, this is just an Ancient of War. There's no expansion really coming. We have double Ancients of Lore, no tier 3 just yet. But
Yeah.
I don't know, with no backup expansion, we all know what's coming, right? It's the tier 2 push of HawK with 70, maybe 80 supply of casters and breakers and mortar teams.
Yeah, just to
And
point out a
it's
few
so
things
scary.
here right now. The expansion is set in stone. We can see it's pretty safe. The Arcane Tower is there. He already starts teching. He's getting more workers. He's getting the Arcane Vault up. He can heal up. He can juice up his forces. He's going for the level 3 on the Archmage, so level 2 Ward Elements will be available. If he wants to intercept the expansion, for example, if he's throwing that down, Sonik, I'm not sure if he's going for that, but if he's going for that, the level 2 Ward Elementals easily kill that expansion when it's being built. And what I like to see here is the farm that is built like towards his own expansion. This gave him so much information early on, and Sonik finally is able to get rid of that.
But now, the Night Elf might be able to buy a lot of time. The Panda and the Archers are heading for the expansion, but HawK knows exactly what's up. Alright, I know you're going to be coming for the Expo. I know you want to try to buy some time. I know you probably also want to expand right here. And yeah, he knows what's up. The jig has been revealed, and this Expo is definitely going to be cancelled. The Wisp is also going to die. How much damage is he dealing, though, to the expansion? One peasant has fallen just yet. The Arcane Tower is burning the mana, and the Arcane Tower is still alive. Killing more peasants. Not just yet. They both survive.
Big mistake! HawK is not town portaling to his expansion. He town portaled in the inside of his main base.
Oh my god.
Now his Archmage is stuck.
Oh my
the
god.
Footmans can make it to the expansion, but the Archmage, the first hero, is stuck. He's getting the Zeppelin. There was a farm close to the laboratory. He has to free that hero. He needs him in the fight. In the meantime, the Arcane Towers at the expansion are falling down, and he's killing a lot of workers. This is just horrible for the Russian Warcraft player here.
That's a huge mistake. A huge mistake. The Zeppelin finally is bringing the Archmage over, but all the towers are gone now. But it is a lot of defend footmen against only archers and dryads. Is this gonna be enough? There's no more towers to be fortifying this position anymore, but new ones are coming up. But this, well, the tech is underway anyways. We have a masonry upgrade as well. But still, Sonik is pressuring more. Another Tree of Life has been constructed down there, and I think this one will see the light of day, but it's gonna be very, very late. So many footmen, by the way. Not something we see all that often, but he does not have the mercenary support just yet, so he needs to get his hands on all the defense he can.
Yeah, but what I have to point out at this point is the Dryads are not doing anything against the Footman. You can see it with the defense upgrade. You just get the poison on your own units sometimes because you have a chance to reflect the damage. The Panda level 1 without mana is not doing a thing against these Footmen. You can see they look all pretty healthy. For that reason, he just skipped the Footman. He says, you know what, I will go for your first hero. But there's the Zeppelin keeping him alive. Can perfectly relocate him, load him in, and whenever he needs to, he can just retreat.
And I think Sonik feels like he needs to kind of break this or at least deal incredible amounts of damage. But all the footmen, they're still so healthy. And yeah, as you said, he just runs past them. He doesn't really deal with them at all. And the archers are dying left, right, and center. The last one has just fallen. And yeah, the dryads, we see it right here. The envenomed spears or the normal spear attack, whatever, being reflected almost around the panda. Next Breath of Fire hits nicely. But the Zeppelin is so good right now, losing another dryad. The Archmage is really dancing with death here, but he has a potion of healing. The Demon Hunter was trying to go inside the main, but it's walled off. So that's not a possibility.
Actually, it's open. You can see above the Altar of or Altar of Kings, there is an entrance that he freed earlier with the peasants, because he was kind of trapped in the main base. We saw that he got the Zeppelin, but in the meantime, it was being opened once again. Demon Hunter dropping fairly low here, as well as the Panther. He has to take good care of his heroes. You can see there's no Staff of Preservation, there's no Town Portal. I guess you mentioned it already. The Archmage is looking strong as ever. He got a potion of healing that he used. Zeppelin about to drop here, down to 5 HP, but the Panda's down to 6 HP as well, but he keeps alive.
But the Zeppelin is down now. Is this a possibility to go for the hero kill? Of course, the Demon Hunter needs to heal up and be healthy to engage here. How are the Moonwells looking? Well, not that great. They're almost dry, but we have rejuvenation. 1 on the bear. The Expo is coming, but HawK has defended. HawK has stabilized, and HawK is already going into upkeep. With the MK, by the way. This is gonna be tough. How... Sonik, he knows that the pressure is going to be coming. The timing push is going to be coming. How does he contest with all of the supply that his opponent's going to have? What's the key for him to taking this, despite the big supply advantage that he's going to be having?
Yeah, I guess he just dropped the key of success here, right when he went for the expansion and did not accomplish anything big. He was killing a few workers, but you can see the amount of workers at HawK's expansion is like so huge. A lot of workers are on the wood here. He's getting so much wood at a time. He was able to build basically everything that he needs. He got the Arcane Towers, he got the timing. right? And he's getting the triple upgrade, the attack, the defense, and the gunpowder upgrade for the range mortar teams. And now we can see the Demon Hunter is being surrounded once again because there was a bolt. There's still a healing scroll. He can keep the units alive, but the Staff of Preservation keeps the Demon Hunter safe for now.
MK maybe with a bolt he can kill a bear, but he doesn't want to risk it. Retreating for now. 59 supply, and Sonik is already breaking.
Yeah, Sonik is breaking. He has to break.
Early.
He has to break. He has to go into the upkeep because he knows, yeah, it's about to come. The push is about to come. You can see the human player is going into upkeep as well. 62 supply already, and if you don't keep up with that, you will just die. We have seen Nicker not producing as much as he needed to do, and then he just had no chance against the push, and this is what Sonik wants to prevent.
And Sonik, he is close with his panda to level 3, but it's more important for him to be trading right now. He wants to delay the 80 supply. Who gets the Ogre? This could be huge. The item, most notably, it goes towards the human. It's the Book of the Dead. Not bad at all, because the Dryads are going to be gone at some point, or they have no more mana. He's probably going to keep it, I assume. And here's level 3 for the panda. Such a big deal. And for Sonik, well, he's falling further and further behind in supply, but he can keep up the production somewhat with the Expo, of course. He has no heal scrolls, though. That's a big part. How many heal scrolls do we have on the human side? 1.
Yeah, and what you can see right now in the main base, a few wisps being transferred towards the expansion because he knows the push will be coming this way. And whenever there's the Book of Dead involved, you cannot dispel them with Dryads because there are so many skeletons that come out of that thing. It's like 8 skeletons in total, and you want to have the dispel against the slow as well as the water elementals. So just taking this into account, he has to transfer a few wisps. But right now what he's doing is he's getting a few Ancient of Wars to soak up damage maybe and fight for him.
By the way, yeah, exactly, but he started breaking very early, but he didn't really keep up his production. And yeah, the Ancient of War is supposed to do the job here. He also was trying to pull HawK back to his expansion by attacking it, but HawK is not falling for it at all. This is the infamous 70 supply push we've seen so many times. And Sonik, all he has against it is 53 supply of his own. And he's not even trying to defend. He's trying to get the Expo, but it doesn't look like he's gonna achieve that at all.
Not too much. He's killing a lot of workers, of course. This is a great thing, gives you experience just killing them. Also is getting rid of the resources that the human player gets there. The additional gold from the second gold mine is being denied. But in the meantime, you mentioned it, he lost his own expansion, so he's down to 1 gold mine already, while the Town Hall is still standing strong. The Demon Hunter is dropping low to the towers, so he's kind of forcing him out of position anytime soon. And there we see the Town Hall to the main base. Maybe you wanted to get rid of the expansion to limit it down to 1 gold mine each, but it looks really horrible at the moment.
HawK did lose some supply. He's at 62 right now, and Sonik again barely in upkeep. He has been in this last 5 minutes. He's been between somewhere 50 and 55. That's very unfortunate, of course, losing the Hunter's Hall to start things off. 5 bears. Can that possibly be enough? This is a terrible position for the Night Elf. A tiny little choke to run into. The mortar teams are completely safe, and there is the Book of the Dead. There is Dryad Dispel, but no wisps, and all the Dryad mana is disappearing. The bears are tanking for now, but for how much longer? Level 4 Demon Hunter now going in. Very dangerous situation, but no more bolt mana. But very soon, because of the 1 of mana ceiling, and just barely in time, he gets staffed out. Level 3 right now for the MK. He has 1 bolt to work with, but only 45 supply remaining for Sonik. Nicely dodging the projectiles from the mortar teams, but the human army is slowly chewing through this, and without a GG, Sonik leaves this game. Yeah. And the first one goes toward HawK.
The first one goes toward HawK's account. He's winning that first map, and we told you, it's like Last Refuge. It's his hometown. He's not losing that map to Night Elf players, and it's a pretty good map for him. So taking that one is not so surprisingly, but on the other end, like losing the first map in the grand final, you're already down a map, and it's just a best of 3, so you are about to lose the whole thing here.
Yeah, and this was not a very close one either. This is not one of those big epic Echo Isles games where it's with towers in the middle and the shop and the chimeras and everything. Like, against HawK, it seems like the Night Elves, they're struggling recently. He is so strong. Ancient Isles, though, that is a very bad expansion map, is it not?
It's a really very bad expansion map. Barely human players use the expansion there because it's really hard to creep. We have a poison creep. We also have the purge that can just get rid of the water elementals really quick if you're not paying attention. And then what else we have is like the traveling distance from the Night Elf player's main base towards your expansion is just the same way that you have to go Like, it's like super close to his expansion. So also the tavern is kind of close by. There's a shop close by. You can use all the tools to pressure that so damn hard. And we have seen that HawK on this map usually uses the rifleman strategy that he likes.
Alright, is he gonna be doing this, or is he gonna be throwing Sonik a curveball and expanding nonetheless? I expect a one base play anyways, though. Alright, we're waiting for HawK at the moment. He's one map away, $3,000. That's quite a bit of money to take home. The loser gets 1,800, but the big thing is they are both qualified, so a lot of pressure is off their shoulders. So they should be playing their best, even though, again, it's a lot of money anyways. This is, of course, the WCA qualifier. We have all 16 players confirmed, and as we have the time right now to spare... no, actually, I'm not going to run them down. Because we have mentioned so many times already. But the big thing is Moon is going to be there as well. So December 17th to 20th. That is when the main event is going to be in Yinchuan, China. And Ancient Isles. Our grand final map number 2. It's starting right now. We are expecting one base play from HawK. But what are
one base play
really
from HawK, and on the other side, we also look forward to the second map. It can already be the last map of the tournament. It can mean that HawK take 3,000 euro, or that Sonik is preparing the comeback already. Because the second, or the runner-up, just takes 1.8k, and just fighting for the money and the glory, and also being like in the higher pool later on. Because we will have high seeds, mid seeds, and low seeds most likely. So the first one of this qualifier might go to the high seeds, and will have a better group stage.
That's a good point.
It's kind of important to be here in the final and also win that one if you are there.
Exactly. If those... if this win is influenced or is taken into consideration in the seedings, that is actually something that is very important. And again, Sonik, we see the greedy Ancient of War creep, but HawK was expecting it. Immediate militia scout and usage. And this basically means he can't creep it. It didn't die, but it's so low HP, he either can't creep it or it's going to be really late. Is he going to be running over with the Archmage immediately?
Yeah, this is kind of the thing that you have to wonder about all the time if you're a Night Elf player, and if this happens in the earlier stages. You said it, the Ancient of War is dropping low to like 2/3 of the HP, and with that you kind of risk losing that. And if you lose that, you can easily be tower rushed and punished super hard. But just to point out, we will have a different first hero for the Night Elf player from the Ukraine here. Sonik is choosing their Warden, a hero that can be super powerful, especially against the hero of choice like from HawK here, the Archmage, the intelligence one. He is kind of smart, but he's also not that strong.
Exactly, the Warden. I think it's the first time we're seeing her this entire event, at least the last 2 days. Night Elves have been favoring the Demon Hunter, or in Nicker's case, even the Dark Ranger. But now we see the Flashy, the Warden, with lots of AoE or magic damage rather, and the Blink ability. Her weakness, though, is before level 3, she's really not that strong. Maybe early tower pressure from HawK. Is he known for doing that, though?
Not tower pressure, but what you can see, the police is already started here. Is he going for the green camp? Yes, he's just using the militia with the wash elemental to go for the green camp to gather the first experience, while he is going to like kind of fake aggression or maybe fake a tower rush. But what he actually wants to do is just prevent the creeping here. Maybe kill the Ancient of War if he can. Maybe kill a few archers or the Wisp there.
Oh my god.
Is the Gnoll Overseer going to the Night Elf? Yes, he is. And there's the Boots of Speed. And this is the item. You know what is happening here. He will go for the Archmage. There's no chance that the Archmage can escape. There are plenty of Shadow Strikes, but he's not using one of them. Now he goes on top of the first hero of the human.
That's a very lucky item. This Archmage is going to have such a tough time staying alive, because the Warden can chase him down over and over, and on top of that slow him. So one more Shadow Strike and probably a TP will have to follow if that Archmage is supposed to survive. As we can see, the Warden can catch up over and over. And yeah, there. That's the last Shadow Strike. Warden has no more mana. But unless a magnificent block comes in from HawK, he will have to use that TP to survive.
Yeah, and using that TP is actually no choice. He will lose his first hero. The question is, can he deny it? No, he cannot. So a huge chunk of XP goes on top of the Warden. She's close to level 2. He was able to secure the Ancient of War as well. On top of things, he's not tagging yet, but he will tag anytime soon. And if we compare it to HawK, he has to revive the first hero, investing 170 gold to get that one back, as well as he started his tech already, so he's already 20% done.
Yeah, of course, that's a level 1 hero, and letting it die rather than saving it with the TP with only like 20 HP is the better choice. But the Warden, this helps her on her way to level 3. That's 100 experience for a level 1 hero kill. Tech comparison though, you said it, for the human it's really fast. Do you go Naga versus the Warden second?
No, absolutely not. And what I have seen from HawK is that he sometimes uses the Rip Result style, where he uses the Blood Mage with the Siphon mana against the Warden, which is great because you can just get rid of so much mana on her. And if she doesn't have the mana, she's basically not useless, but without the mana you don't have the Shadow Strikes, you don't have the Blinks. And we talked about it the other day, when you banish the unit and you get Shadow Strike, you don't get the damage that is actually pointed out. He's going for the Archmage once again. The 75 damage can be dodged with a banish.
Exactly, the first tick or the first hit of that can be evaded. And the last hit goes to the Night Elf. Finally level 2 for the Archmage, but the Night Elf has more mana to work with and this Archmage will not be surviving. Does he decide to use a TP this time? Or is he gonna let him die again? Yeah, he's gonna let him die again. There's, by the way, an entrance to this base.
He can't let him die. He can't let this hero die now. If the level 2 Archmage dies, the Warden goes up to level 3. And with that now, he uses the Blink. He's going for the Archmage. He got the Boots of Speed. There are no boots and the Archmage is about to die here. And there it is. Level 3 for the Warden, killing the Archmage once again. And Sonik finds himself in a wonderful position here.
After only one creep camp, he's still level 3 because he killed the Archmage twice. Again, these Boots of Speed making the biggest of differences.
Yeah, I don't want to blame it on that item, but to be honest, this is the worst case scenario that can possibly happen in the early stages of the game.
Yeah, it would not have been possible to kill the Archmage without that item, so pretty lucky for Sonik, we do have to say.
Yeah.
How is he gonna follow this up? He builds an Ancient of Wonders next to a farm again, but of course he needs to be ready for the rifle push. But it's gonna be so weak.
Yeah,
level 3 Archmage. When is it ever gonna happen?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. And what you also have to point out, Sonik can go into two directions right now. Either you go for the super fast tier 3 with the bears that you really want to see against the rifleman. He's also getting the panda on top of things, so he's just providing everything that he needs. He got the single target damage as well as the AoE, and as soon as the panda goes up to level 3, and we can see he's already preparing everything. The Ancient of War is ready. He's going for the mercenary camp here, and this one drops a nice item as well as gives a huge XP lead.
Yep, that will be level 2 for the Panda, I do believe. And yeah, the Warden is waiting for the Archmage. Nice 4 units around there, but
No
invisible.
dust.
He doesn't even have dust, and even if he had, he could use Blink or Staff Teleportation. He's keeping him busy, creating so much space for the Panda. He doesn't have to fear at all, and the Warden even blinks in aggressively. Maybe wanting to use a Shadow Strike to kill the Rifleman, but
Yeah,
then he has to use the TP.
He can kill a worker with that Shadow Strike because there are no priests yet. He can kill that footman. He could possibly go for like so much stuff, and he can use the Shadow Melt because you can see the night is not over.
Is it enough?
Greedy!
Wow, this is like really goddamn greedy.
That level of greed is over 9,000. What did he think?
I mean, it worked out well here, but I think that's a mistake. Like, why take that risk?
I don't know. Like, we have players playing super safe. We have seen HawK taking expansions, even though he had a great lead, just making sure that he plays the safest game possible. And then we have our crazy Sonik, amazing guy. He is always like going for the big plays.
Santa Sonik going for the flashy plays here, as you say. He doesn't have to do it necessarily because he does have a big lead this game, but he does it anyways, maybe to please the crowd.
Look what the Panda is doing in the meantime.
Yeah, the Ancient of War, man. Taking the creeping of the entire bottom side of the map, bottom left side of the map, and he's gonna reach level 3 very soon.
Did he kill that with the Ancient of War, actually, the big one?
No.
Okay.
He's level 2.5. No,
I think Foggy, not Foggy, this is Sonik, and Sonik, we know, is a crazy guy. What he could do, potentially, and which is like super hurtful against a rifle push, is to get that Zeppelin. Just imagine using that Zeppelin, dropping inside the human main base, using Breath of Fire, level 2 as soon as he finishes up with the Forest Troll Berserkers, and getting rid of all the workers. This gives you all the time in the world.
And
so
with the Warden before, he should have seen that there's no tower. And
yeah,
yeah, you're absolutely right on the money. There's the Zeppelin. And this rifle push is gonna happen never or happen very late. And the Archmage still level 2.5 only. You really want him on level 3. By the way, we haven't mentioned yet the Blood Mage using Siphon mana right here. So the Warden right now rendered somewhat useless without the mana. But look at this! Drop is coming in. And the Panda is probably gonna have a field day.
yeah, it's like, look at me, I'm in your main base. take care of me. And now he has to stay in his main base for the rest of the day, I guess. Because he cannot get the towers at the moment. And if he gets the towers and stays inside his main base, he would just give him so much space. And with that space, he could easily expand. But if he's losing that Goblin Zeppelin above the forest,
exactly,
you lose everything inside. So he got to be careful.
And look at this, man. He's so greedy again. The Zeppelin with only 100 hit points. There's Rifleman here. That's 200% damage taken from piercing.
Yeah, and it's 600 range, so he got the long range upgrade. The Archmage is also waiting with the claws of attack. So this is greedy. I just want to point it out how greedy this actually is. Why would you risk that? Please just staff out that Zeppelin above the forest and make sure that you repair it in your main base. But still, he is getting the time that he needs. He is going to tier 3. He is getting the bear upgrade, the adapt training. He's getting the first Druid of the Claw already in the Ancient of Lore. So everything is being prepared and is looking forward to be a great success on the second map here.
And now the Panda, is he gonna go in again? I would not necessarily recommend it, but it's Sonik, so he's probably gonna do it anyways. And yeah, it looks like it. He's dropping once more, Panda, Drunken Ace, Breath of Fire.
Amazing!
Oh my god, absolutely amazing combo. All the peasants, not all of them, but 3 of them.
But at least a couple of them died, denying that Arcane Bolt, so he will not be able to get like a Town Portal or a Scroll of Regeneration there. What he can also get there is the Ivory Towers. Maybe he wants to plant down a few Ivory Towers to actually upgrade them to Arcane Towers so that he can prevent the damage. But the Panda goes in once again, says hello! Breath of Fire in the face of the workers here, and a couple of them die once again.
Jesus Christ. Sonik, he is toying with HawK at this point. Everything spiraled out of control this game. But now HawK, he is trying to mount an offensive. He is trying to finally go for the Rifleman push. But let's take a look inside the Night Elf main. Is he ready? Is he in position? Well, he has 2 bears, but he doesn't have
There's no Town Portal on the Panda. He cannot get the units to his main base. So he has to prevent the damage with a few Dryads, the bears that are not yet master, because the tier 3 is not done yet. So actually he has to get the units back to his main base. So HawK is like, I don't care what you do in my main base, I will just go to you and kill everything that I can.
Alright, this has just become a weird base race scenario. The Warden could bring back the Panda and everything else, but does he want to fight this? This is the question. Anti-magic shell right now on the Warden, there's no dispel on the Priest.
Wow, dropping super low, look at this.
You're absolutely right, and all the movements are dry, but there is rejuvenation. The Panda needs to come. Is HawK coming back into this? You can't be serious. I mean, HawK is losing his main slowly, very slowly. Yeah, and the Warden is staffing in right now to TP back the rest of the army. I do imagine. And where's the TP? We're waiting for it. He's not doing it. Now, finally he TPs.
Master upgrade is done. The Druid of the Claw can morph to the Bear Form, doing so much damage. The Dryades come in, but there's nothing. The
Archmage.
Oh, the Archmage is dropping down. There's still a heal scroll. The damage goes on top of the first hero of the human player, and it drops below 100 HP.
And now Shadow Strike could be available again. The first hit won't damage him. Banish over and over and over again. And I guess a few Riflemen are still alive here. The Warden is not doing anything so far. There we see it. It was a dodge of the damage of the first tick. But now the Archmage still in trouble. Still in trouble. Is he going to survive this? No, he's absolutely not going to. We have 31 supply only left for HawK's, 37
He is going
for
the second hero now. Look at this. He's just killing the heroes. He was able to keep all the units alive. He was able to kill a couple of units. But now he's losing the second hero. And if he loses that hero, he actually loses the second game here in that series. GG from HawK. 1-1. He's evening the score. And it's a tie now. And we will head into the third game. It will be Turtle Rock. And we know what to expect on Turtle. It can be close position and it can get dicey right from the start.
Alright, so you were wrong with 2-0, by the way. HawK didn't take it. Sonik with the Warden play. But that is not really a possibility on Turtle Rock. We see her sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah.
But I don't think
not very
ever
successful.
seen her work.
Not very successful. Sometimes it can work, it can be powerful, but in a close game scenario, or not close game, but spawn scenario, a Warden is the hero that you don't want, like, by any means.
Yeah, absolutely. Because especially then, leveling her up incredibly hard. That's something that Knives always have a problem with. Turtle Rock, finding level 3 for Night Elf really isn't easy. For all the other races, I think it's easier to do. He might be going for the Demon Hunter, get all the ogres, get a lot of the little turtles, but that's also what Human likes to do. Get the turtles with the militia and the footmen and all of that stuff.
But I think what he will do is, like, he gets the normal altar set up, and the Militia Scout comes pretty early. So when you see, okay, it's not close position, maybe he decides to go for the Warden. And if it's close position, he goes for the Demon Hunter. It could be the case.
That's a good point. He could do that.
So some kind of gambling involved, like
maybe HawK is then not gonna do the early scout, but that's
he
not
will
really a
definitely do that
possibility.
because you want to pull the creeps towards the Ancient of War. Just this kind of not his trademark move, but he likes to do that everywhere. Like it's so strong.
All right, and we're not losing any time, guys. We're heading into the next game. It is. Oh, wait a minute. Where do we go? There we go.
Look at the things.
Oh,
The early scout
wrong
goes
keyboard.
out, and what he will see is it's cross spawns. And cross spawns are pretty damn good for the Night of Play, I have to say. Even though it's not completely crossed, it's like the opposite side of the map, but it still gives him some more space to creep. It gives him all the time in the world to actually go up to level 2. Maybe he's even building a second Ancient of War somewhere to just use it for creeping purposes, but we will see about that.
All right, the first hero is gonna be a very big tell towards how this game unfolds. Turtle Rock also traditionally a rifle push map. How likely? What needs to happen for there to be an expansion attempt?
Expansion is pretty tough on this map, and I think HawK really likes to go for the Rifleman strategy once again here on Turtle Rock, because you can creep some camps with the second hero with the right mount of Rifleman. If he decides to go for that, he will go for the red spot expansion rather than for the orange spot expansion, because it's a little bit further away from your opponent, and maybe it's even easier to creep because the turtles do quite some damage.
Yeah, absolutely right. And when there's a Demon Hunter harassing you, that can become very, very painful. And yes, we do see the Demon Hunter. No Warden, so he's not going to be relying on the hero that just gave him the win on Ancient Isles. Again, it's 1-1. It's the grand final of the WCA Open Qualifier. $3,000 for the winner, $1,800 for the loser. All comes down to Turtle Rock right here, right now. And of course, it is the Archmage. MK first is not really a thing anymore against Night Elves. And the Demon Hunter are going to be his counterpart, as it is most of the time.
Yeah, and just to do a short recap about this series, we have seen the first map, we have seen HawK playing super confident, playing his A game right there on his hometown map, the Last Refuge, and then on the other map, the Ancient Knights, we saw that HawK was struggling heavily, and we saw that Sonik prepared everything. He also put his A game there. After the first game, I thought like, nah, Sonik was not playing up to his standard game, he was not playing up to the fullest, but now I'm kind of confident to see a great game here on Turtle Rock.
I certainly hope so. A long epic, that is what we want to see. Both of these players going to the late game and pulling out all the stops. Archmage going for the Ogres first, and immediately again, Demon Hunter going over even before getting the item from the Giant Sea Turtle, so he really doesn't want to lose any time at all. And is he going to be rewarded in getting a creep kill or anything? Nothing like that, but he starts burning the AM. But the Water Elemental should be ready before the next burn comes. Yup, there it is.
Yeah, it's pretty important to get that one out, because then you will not take the damage from the green camp that he will do, just the one in front of his base. And then with that aura that you get on level 2, you just can get more water elementals. But if you don't get this second water elemental out, you just take so much damage on rather footmen, militias, or what so. And now he's going for the militia. Can he kill one of them? It looks kind of good. Yes, this one will definitely die. Drops down to a few hit points and dies to the Demon Hunter.
And if he pays attention, he knows there's another hurt one at the bottom, which he microed away.
And they bypass each other.
He may have been able to get the kill. Then again, it would have been 3 swipes, I think, depending on how it rolls.
Yeah, depending on how it rolls, I guess it would have been 3, but he won't get that. He's risking this around. He's risking so much at this point. And he's dropping kind of low on his first hero because he doesn't have the evasion yet.
Yep, exactly. Level 2 now for the AM. Pretty nice little items here. They're not a giant deal, but they slightly help. It's mana from the mantle and a little bit of damage, excuse me, and the gloves to go with it. We see tech on both sides.
Yeah, just
and
compare
what
it.
happened?
Yeah, just compare it. Sonik did the super fast tech. He's already about like 60% down, while HawK started it like just a few seconds ago. He's sitting on like 20% tech, so there is a huge lead in that category. Now the Hunter's Hall is being thrown down at the perfect spot, I guess, to just have a wall off, or is he creating something else here? Where's the Hunter's Hall going down? It's not going down yet. He will need that building ASAP.
Why does this always happen to him? There finally is the Hunter's Hall, but it's again too late. Sonik, it happens way, way, way too often to him for a player of that caliber. Boots of speed on the Demon Hunter side, making things a little bit dangerous for the Archmage, but with so many footmen in tow, he can definitely afford to be trading here.
Yeah, 6-footman against 1 archer is kind of scary. If I would be the role of the Night Elf player, I would wonder, is this guy about to tower rush me? What is this guy preparing? Is he trying to do a lot of pressure early on? Because with 1 archer, try to prevent the damage from 6-footmen. Your Demon Hunter can be surrounded. If you get a Naga out, maybe you can surround that one. There's also a farm close to the spawning location. Yeah, and he was not paying attention for a second, or maybe he was aiming to kill the archer. Yes, he is. And now the Naga is on the field. He's going for the first hero of the human player once again, applying a lot of pressure. There are boots here in favor of the Night Elf, and he's able to keep up with the Archmage. He's the Ferrari. You can see how fast he can move.
Unfortunately, the cold arrows were not turned on for the first 2 or 3 hits of the Naga, which did land on the Archmage, but still the first hero,
he's blocking himself so bad. Now he's about to surround the Demon Hunter. The Archmage is dropping low, and he has to TP inside. Is he going inside of the main base? No, there's no entrance for him.
Nope. It is walled off, but is this shop gonna be finishing? I really
Wow,
doubt
this
it.
is so horrible for HawK.
But
There was an entrance actually. You can go inside.
to the right, okay. Fortunately for the human player, the Night Elf didn't realize it. He's blocking it right now with Militia, but yeah, this Archmage, man, when's he ever gonna be healthy again? It's gonna be a long time, and this is such a scrappy game. Still level 1 Demon Hunter, still just barely level 2 Archmage, attacking with a Naga and cancelling the shop again. Is he gonna be able to get the kill here with the cold arrows?
So close. No, the range of the Naga is not enough. And Sonik has to pay attention here. He does not want to lose the second hero here as well, the first hero. And if he is too greedy, and we have seen him extend his greed like further and further, it can actually fall off, and then you lose your heroes. And we can see the Naga from HawK is coming from the other side, and he was about to kill the Demon Hunter, but he made it out there with the help of the Boots of Speed.
Exactly. He needs something to relieve the pressure right now, and the Naga is a very strong hero at the moment. And he's making his way across the map with the Archmage with 80 HP.
Yeah, pretty ballsy.
He's going to try to get the ogres here, and with the water elementals and all these footmen, that shouldn't be too much of a deal. He knows he has a timing window of maybe 20 seconds where the Night Elf has to heal up, but Sonik knows exactly what's gonna be happening. He's coming here, he's intercepting the creep, and the big one has not fallen just yet, and the Boots of Speed Demon Hunter again will try to reign supreme.
Yeah,
One end snare
in favor of the Night Elf player. And in the meantime, he was applying so much pressure. In the meantime, he was setting everything up. He's going for tier 3. Is the Demon Hunter being surrounded? No, there's one open space, and the Archmage is dropping low. No more Town Portal. He's killing the first hero of the human player. Once again, huge deal here for HawK. He's already falling off. Not falling off the cliff yet, but this is a huge advantage for Sonik.
And I feel like HawK, he was hovering around the middle of the map with all of his footmen. It seemed like he wasn't doing much. Shouldn't he have rather gotten the Boots of Speed with the Archmage?
Yeah, he should have rather built that Akenvolt one more time and heal up that Archmage, I guess. And beside that, of course, the early boots went in favor of the Night Elf player. But this is a rifleman strategy. It's designed to kill you at a certain point. And just look at the amount of riflemen that he was able to build so far.
Yeah, only one. If we take a look at the units, 1 rifleman, all that he has. And the supply 30 only for the Night Elf. He is still weak, but he is getting closer to his tier 3 and his bears and his heroes, man. They created so much space, and now with the help of rejuvenation, the Demon Hunter finds some footing again. Another footman ensnared. He's going for the Naga though. Is he now daring too much? Well, the Naga of him.
There's a sorceress, and now it gets dicey, because he can slow down the first hero and maybe force him to a town portal. He got slowed, but he burned the sorceress, which was super smart, so no second slow there. A nice block coming out of the rifleman. Is he able to kill the first hero? No, he's not.
He's so greedy. He's going for the priest kill. He's really going for the priest kill. Nice block from the sorceress and Sonik, man.
Extending his greed.
It's incredible.
It's crazy. He is really waiting for the very, very, very last second. And I've seen him a couple of times losing his first hero. Due to that, he was just overextending at certain points. And I'm not sure if it's always worth taking these risks.
Yeah, he's pushing the hero to the limit over and over again. Not just this game, but the last game as well. He's basically asking to get punished,
and
but so far
he
it hasn't
skipped Dryad production entirely, because he knows the Archmage will not be level 3 for quite some time. But instead, he got 5 bears. 5 bears, and the Master upgrade should start any minute. Or 4 bears now, but he cancelled the 5th one to get the Orb of Venom here, and the Master's upgrade is not started. It's the Abolish Magic, since he got no Dryad. I don't really understand that, but
I think that might be a misclick or something.
Master upgrade is already being researched. I'm talking just...
Yeah, he already has the Master upgrade exactly. And again, Sonik is going in here. with only 4 bears.
Yeah, but only is it's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
only. It's like,
of
whoa,
course.
4 bears is ripping this apart.
Of course, but getting more bears I think wouldn't be bad either. But maybe he doesn't want to give level 3 to the Archmage. That's also understandable. He's retreating for now. I'm fearing for Sonik. He's playing kind of crazy. He's going in places that we consider to be dangerous. But hey, he is Santa Sonic. He's Iron Sonic. He's not afraid. And he is going to try to contest some more here. Whoever gets the turtle gets important experience and possibly a huge item.
Yeah, and we haven't seen HawK struggling the entire tournament. He was not dropping a map since the last one that he played against Sonik, and now it's looking kind of harsh here. But still, is he able to make that happen here? He got the Rifleman, he got the Militia, the police are coming, the shift just started, and now the Demon Hunter tries to do some more damage with the Orb of Venom. He got the Invo Potion. Is he able to surround the Naga?
And there's no TP on the Night Elf side. I said he's asking to get punished. He's gonna lose 1 bear. He's definitely gonna lose 1 more. I say that, but there is staff. And I think he really should have waited longer to get closer to his strong 50 supply. He loses 1 bear, but that's okay. That's not too big of a deal. It's 1 bear, that's an important unit, but he didn't suffer more losses. Demon Hunter coming in again. He keeps up the aggression, keeps up keeping it up. He gets the item, which is the one of mana stealing, okay, but nothing great to be honest. Demon Hunter now getting away, but more and more slow coming in from the Sorceress and from the Cold Arrow. There is no staff on the Naga, so he has to use the Invul. That's quite a loss actually. That 1 bear should not die because there is a staff ready. Yep, there we go.
But HawK is fighting back into this game. He was able to get the level 3 that he needed on the Archmage. The level 2 water elements are available. We see 1 attack upgrade already being researched. The second one is 50% done, so the Rifleman will do quite some damage. But usually what we know about the meta game when you play Rifleman against Night Elf here, the human falls off so bad late game because the bears are so much better, because you are basically fighting with tier 2 units against more advanced tier 3 units.
Exactly, and it's not like with the expansion game where you usually have a big supply advantage because you get the expo faster. This time around it's 1 base versus 1 base, but now Sonik, finally, the first time this entire game he is taking his foot off the pedal. He is somewhat slowing down, he wants to get his own levels up. Demon Hunter still not level 3, he definitely wants to get it, and right now the game is slowing down on both sides in fact. But for the human, this, as you say, he falls off hard. This cannot really be the long-term game plan. When do you think he is really gonna hit the timing? When do you think he's gonna hit his main attack?
I'm not sure if he's going aggressive here anymore. I think he will just try to get the best item that he can possibly can. And a Cloak of Flames is definitely not one of them, because the range hero with Cloak of Flames is basically useless. But I think he's going for the bigger camps and taking that red camp into account and just getting the huge chunk of XP on both of the heroes, while Sonik was going for the turtle leg here on the right side and now going for the Goblin Merchant. I'm not so sure if Sonik is going for the right steps. What we can see is what he likes to do. It's the Pit Lord, Destromath, and he is pretty damn strong against the Rifleman, because he can use the Rain of Fire on them.
Yeah, the Riflemen, of course, they are very small units. They clump up, so Ancient of War, AoE damage, area of effect, is very strong versus them. Night Elf continues creeping. He has a TP. Does he want to finish?
Look at this. He's losing building after building in the main base while he's just chilling there at this spot and is like, what do I do now? Will I creep? Will I wait for more units to come out of these Ancient of Wars? He's losing another Moonwell. He already lost the shop, and now he decides rather of creeping, he goes into that fight.
Alright, here you go. Very offensively into the middle of everything. And HawK realizes this is a terrible position, especially for the Naga. I need to TP out, and he pulls the town portal, getting out of there. So, all in all, a good trade for him. TP for TP, and he also got more building kills. It is 63 supply for the Night Elf, 59. And is this Wisp going down there to expand? Not a possibility, really, because there is not enough resources. Sonik really wanted to get that level 3 on the Naga. He was very close. That's why he hesitated so long.
I think what he wants to do there with the Wisp, not to intercept you, but he will check for the expansion, because he saw the Clock of Flames, and you can see how well he reads this. He saw the Clock of Flames, and he's like,
right.
You know what? There are 2 spots, and I have been at the one where you have not been, and there's only one opportunity where there could be an expansion. And he also knows, okay, Rifleman, this is like stretched out game. He knows that he's losing, and if he's not getting an expansion, there's no chance that he can beat me. So I guess he's super confident and making the right calls.
Forces are under attack.
And HawK is getting more and more creeps of the map, but so is the Night Elf. The Pit Lord is gonna find his level 3 really soon, and that makes that AoE spell, Rain of Fire, even better, of course. And the Naga and the Demon Hunter, the tag team is on its way again. But he needs to be careful, man. He doesn't want to overextend at the moment. Because if he loses those, that is a very, very big loss to take. And there's no TP on those.
Look at the items
moment.
on the pit lord here. He could easily transfer them to the Demon Hunter, because this is basically so much damage for his first hero. But so far he's keeping it, and we can see that HawK is also doing a great job of scouting, using one of the remaining footmen, which is basically useless at this point, to scout and see if his opponent is going for an expansion, because we have seen Sonik do sneaky expos.
Yeah, a lot actually this tournament, you're right. Sneaky expos, especially against Orc. But now an interception, a painful one, might be coming. Are sorceresses close enough to slow down the bears? Not really, they're too far away. But the Naga, she might be able to catch up. Not quite either, she's being blocked. A little bit unfortunate here for HawK. But on the other side of the map, the Naga and the Demon Hunter of the Night Elf are actually able to pick off some reinforcements. Now he's staffing home though. Is this the real fight? Is this the big fight? Is this where both players try to take this game? The Night Elf is gonna be able to defend in his main base with the help of Moonwells.
Yeah, look at the Moonwells. They are almost... Yeah, they are not really full, but they look so juicy. You can charge up so much. And with the level 2 Rain of Fire, level 2 Fork Lightning, it just gives you so much more damage. He's not even using the Ancient of Wind to get like any fairy drains, because he knows that the Rifleman will basically kill them. The Militias come from the other side up, but I think they will die to the remaining forces here. Yes, he loses a lot of them, but the Ancient of Wind is down, and I think the positioning for HawK is not that bad.
Yeah, then the bears need to wrap around the tree, a single file kind of running in here, so that's when the Rifleman can snipe them down pretty well. And yeah, right now Sonik needs to engage from the top. Here we go, first bear being saved by the staff, Fork Lightning coming in, and also Rain of Fire on all the casters. No Fork Lightning from Sonic's side just yet. The Naga is too far away. Anti-Magic Shell on the Demon Hunter. He's getting in very, very close. But the Naga of Sonik, all this time, she's doing nothing. Finally, Fork Lightning hitting nicely. And also, the Rain of Fire coming in. So much AoE. There's no... Well, there is one more heal scroll. There we go. Actually, another one after that. And Sonic's forces are dwindling very, very quickly. Only a few bears remaining. Demon Hunter! The Demon Hunter is falling to the side. He couldn't save him. The staff, I don't know if it wasn't ready or what, but he's going to try to salvage this situation anyways. Is the Rain of Fire going to be enough? Agent of War, AoE damage has to be the answer. Fork Lightning and Rain of Fire. But now his own Naga, is he going to be suffering the second hero loss? Moonwell keeping her alive for now. Only Dryads remaining though. One more bear, one more Rain of Fire. Is this enough to turn the tide? Fork Lightning
is falling as well. No, he TP's out with 4 HP and the Naga dies. Is Sonik losing this game? Is he really losing this game to HawK? HawK uses the scroll to choose up in his main base, and I think he run as fast as he can towards the main base of his opponent and take the victory here. Because the advantage that he got right now, the momentum that is going for him, is so big.
Yeah, it's really huge getting those 2 hero kills. All the bears are dead. He needs to rebuy his heroes. He doesn't have the time, as you say. He knows the human is most likely going to be coming over right away. By the way, level 5 Archmage. This guy suddenly power leveled so quickly. Remember how he has been battered and battered in this early game. He was suffering so much, and all of a sudden, it's going to be level 3 Water Elementals.
And he's selling all the items. He even sold the Pen of Energy to get a scroll, and he sold another item on the Archmage. So there are no more items, just consumables for the human player. But this is the right call. He really needs these healing scrolls to keep the Rifleman alive against the Rain of Fire here. And is the Naga being revived? Yeah, just started. The Ancient of Wonders is also not done. What Sonik needs is time. Only time can help him here to get more forces, to go up in supply once again, get his heroes all collected, and this looks way too good for Mr. HawK. He's even killing that bear. What the hell?
Oh man, Sonik, he's up against the ropes. This is gonna try to be the death push for HawK, and it's looking really good. What kind of miracle can the Ukrainian come up right now? He needs the Naga, but the altar is being attacked. The water torrents will not be dispelled because the Fork Lightning gets rid of the wisps. The Demon Hunter very bravely running in again, but he's being slowed down by so much. There's nothing to keep him alive. Nothing at all, and he's gonna fall a second time. No, he's not. Are you kidding me? Yes, he is. And so is the bear. The Rain of Fire. Please, bro, it's not enough. Come on, give me a break. And the Naga, nope. She's not gonna be seeing the light of day. Another Rain of Fire, but there's so much healing. Another heal scroll coming in. And 1 remaining after this. 21 supply only remaining for Sonik. The dream for the first place. Has it been crushed? I think this may have just happened. The Pit Lord level 4. He's not going to be able to carry this either. Level 5. And that's GG. No GG from Sonik,
No
though.
GG. I
What's
guess
up
he's
with that?
so angry at himself. And what's the best thing on top of this? He played yellow, the color that he claimed in the different series, and he's like, I need that color, it's my color, and he isn't even losing with that. And he had the huge advantage, throwing that out of the window, losing the 3k there that he had on the plate.
And we were both like, did you really want to go into the Night Elf main and fight his good late game army with the help of the Moonwells? And he kind of maneuvered around the trees and was in a good position, and the Naga wasn't doing anything so long for Sonik. She was just being blocked by everything because the bears are so big, they block everything else. And HawK, man, coming back in magnificent fashion.
So sick, really sick.
And he's just crazy at the moment.
And we know that Rifleman Caster scaled so bad into the late game, and he's like, you know what, I go into late game, I get the scrolls, I get everything that I need, I will take the best fight possibly can. He did that, came back into that game. Just remember, he lost his first hero, the level 2 Archmage, he lost his Town Portal, he lost a couple of units, but then overextending, we said it, throughout the entire best of 3, he was extending or overextending his lead, then he lost the first hero. What the hell is going on? Not so amazing, Mr. Sonik, but still the second place, still some money to his account, and of course, the ticket to the grand final.
The big important thing, he still gets to go to China. He lied to me. He said Santa Sonik was gonna be #1. He was slightly off. He was #2. And by the way, we have the brackets to show you. They have been updated. So in a recap, we're gonna take a look at them. I need to get closer to see what's actually going on. So, recapping these last 2 days, we started with Nicker versus Helsing. Nicker taking the win there. Nicker, unfortunately, after that, dropped out against HawK in the semifinals, and that's where HawK secured the position for the grand final. Fredo didn't have too great of a shot against HawK. Again, he was just a beast this tournament.
Yeah, he was just a beast. Not dropping a single map until the final, and then in the final, the maps that he won was pretty damn solid.
Yeah, but Sonik really gave him a run for his money, though. Finally in the grand final. Passion, a player that came out of the woodwork, like kind of out of nowhere. He was in China for a long time. He really made a bit of a name for himself. The French Night Elf player, playing very well, but not well enough for Sonik. And Czechi versus Worker. That was quite the emotional game, perhaps the last game in WarCraft 3 that we're gonna see of Czechi, if he sticks to his word. Worker, though, in the next round, not able to defeat Sonik. Sonik really almost outclassed him there, I want to say. And yeah, the third game decider, Worker took that from Nicker, and Worker got some money, so he gets some positive result. He gets a big chunk of prize money, which is nice for him. He is one player that is not usually in the top ranks, to be honest.
So we just had a great tournament overall. It was a great experience in being here in Berlin once again, casting that with you guys. We have Neo, we have the production crew, the admins. It was a lot of fun, and I think we just provided a great tournament with great players, great games. We had a few one-sided games, but then we had the crazy games with the crazy stories sometimes behind it, or the crazy moves. Maybe the lucky parts that we saw today, like in one of the best of 3s, and I think it was just a great tournament overall.
Yeah, and of course it was all leading up to WCA, the grand final in Yinchuan, China. This year, this December, 17th to 20th. For WarCraft 3, there's more than $100,000 on the line. This guy's also going to be playing in it. As Human, of course, our German human powerhouse. He's going to be going with HLA. Can someone give me the list of all the players for the grand final? Must be somewhere here.
It's below the camcorder, actually. We just have it there on the block.
All right, thank you. Because, of course, you want to know who's going to be there, and I'm going to tell you. It's going to be TH, Infi, Fly, Hihi, the cream of the crop from China. And then we have from Korea, Reprisal, Lawliot, Focus, and Moon. Making the big comeback, and I imagine quite some people will want to watch that. Also, Yumiko qualified, Tara, ZDR, and HLA, Warchief Rich, and you. And in these last 2 days, we saw qualifying Sonik and HawK. That completes the list of players. 16 players will be battling it out again, 17th to 20th of December. You don't want to miss it. The WCA Grand Final. It has been a blast casting for you guys. And here in the Freaks for You studios from Berlin, we had a lot of fun, and hopefully we see you soon. And that's it. Take care. Play some WarCraft. Watch some WarCraft. It's a cool game.
It's pretty damn cool.